Bytedance just released an upgrade to Seedream 3, meet Seedream 4, an image generation and image editing model that competes and in some cases outperforms models like Google Nano Banana or Flux Context. Here are some of the examples from the official release. So you can see from this one image, you can generate these multiple views and be able to maintain the same character. So you can see this character here is the same in all the three images. Another example I liked is this one, where you can give it a logo and generate other visual assets. And you can see the consistency of each one of these with the logo. You can also use Seedream 4 for style transfer. So you can see we have this image and we're able to generate all these images in the style of the first image, which is very good. I also love this one where you can get a lot of different objects in different images and combine them to make one image like this one. So you can see every piece that is here, every object that is here is also there on the photo. So there are more examples on the Seedream official page which shows the use cases of this model. So I decided to try it to see how it compares to other reading models. The results were interesting. I used LearnHive for this test. On LearnHive, you can have access to all the best AI models for image and video. It is by far the cheapest platform and easiest to use. I'll leave the link in the description. So you can just go and create photos. And once you're here, on the model here, you can click the drop down and you can choose from all these models here. So we're just going to select Seedream 4 and we can also choose the aspect ratio that we want from here. In here, we can put our prompt and we can generate our image. So for the first one, I wanted to try out the knowledge-driven generation. This model has knowledge about our world. You can give it a math problem, it will solve it and give it as a photo. You can try different charts and timelines and it will be able to give you results. So in this case, I asked it to draw a chart that shows the difference between a hotel and a motel. And this is what it generated. So it generated the photo for the hotel and the motel and highlighted the difference there. Although we can see that it's comparing the same things, but you can see that the icons it used are different and the amenities and location here in bold, but room size is not. But ultimately, this is a very good result. To be able to make this without using a photo editing software is very good. For the next one, I asked it to design a book cover and gave it this prompt to design a professional book cover with the title, the author, and the number of copies sold. And this is what it produced, which is very good. You can see the colors are good. Everything we ask for is here. The design is minimalistic, but it's very good. In comparison, you can see what other models generated. So you can see that the colors for Seedream are vibrant. For Nano Banana, they look a little bit filtered. And for GPT Image 1, as usual, it has that yellow goldish tint that it always has. And also this is very plain. These two at least have a lot of details, which is very good. For the next one, I asked it to generate a movie post and I gave it a very simple prompt. Make a movie poster for a movie titled Trapped in Time. And this is what it generated. So you can see that this poster is time themed. From the broken clock here to all these that it generated. I personally loved this one. It does not have a lot of details, but it's themed on time. In comparison, this is what other models generated. I like this one because it has a lot of details, but again, you can see this is vibrant, the colors are good. Ultimately, each of these models did very well. So after image generation, I moved on to editing. When it comes to image editing, you can just go on edit photos. Here you can upload the photos that you want to edit. Then here you can choose the model to use. So I'll go for Seedream 4. Then you can describe the edits that you want to make in the prompt here. For the first edit, I gave it these two photos and asked it to generate an image of the man and the woman talking in an office. This is what it generated. I was disappointed. I expected something better. In comparison, this is what Nano Banana generated. So you can see the difference between these two images is huge. This one doesn't even look realistic, but this one looks very real. So in such a scenario, I think I would go with Nano Banana. For the next edit, I gave it a much more complex prompt. So you can see the prompt that is here. There's a lot going on in this prompt. So to get this result, again, I was not impressed. I expected something better. In comparison, you can see what I got with Flux Context Dev. So you can see the two images are miles apart. This is far much better than this one. For the next one, again, I used the complex prompt. You can see again, this is a very complex one. There's so much going on, and this is the result it generated. Again, I was not impressed. I expected something better. By comparison, you can see again what I got from Frax Codex Dev. It's far much better than what I got here. Then for the last prompt, I tried a similar prompt from the one shown on the official release page. So I have the Run Hive logo here, and I wanted to generate different visuals. So you can see I gave it this prompt, and this was supposed to be a 3-column grid, but it didn't follow the prompt. It's not very bad, but when you compare it to the one I generated with Nano Banana, you can see that there's a huge difference. Nano Banana here did a far much better job and followed the prompt. So what I learned ultimately is that Seedream is a very good model, especially for image generation, and in some cases for imaging it does a very good job. But there are times where it gives very bad results, and in such cases you have to use a different model. And that's what I've observed generally about all AI models, is that they have different strengths. So what fails in another AI model may work best in another one. So it's best to try out different models depending on what you want to generate. If you want to access Seedream 4 and many other top AI models, I'll leave the link to Learn Hive in the description below.